Hi guys, so I said I was not gonna do. Of course, I always say I'm not gonna do readings today. I was not gonna do any readings uh, for whatever reason, and then of course I have an addiction. And then somebody had a question. I thought it was an interesting question and a good question to do because lately I've been doing these very complex readings. Okay, because I feel like also as I like really incorporate now the closed eyes reading, and things get more complex. Not that it takes more, but it's more, right? It's like more information. So this reading, since I've been doing the readings on Melania, kind of like for fun, right? Somebody or a few people have asked about her son, Barron. I didn't see him, okay, in the readings, and I have a feeling he's in Washington. He's in a school or something, and I feel like I get a sense from Melania. I know a lot of people. I'm not a mother, okay, and I know a lot of people who are mothers seem to ask, "Oh, what happened to her? Where's her son?" But in the readings I've done of her, only the first reading I saw something related to the son, but only because it was related to money. I don't mean to be harsh, okay, but I feel like so far I haven't seen anything about her son. He doesn't seem to be. How do I say this? He doesn't. I'm just being honest, guys. I'm not saying that she's a bad person or anything. I just like haven't seen him in the reading. Okay, but let's find out what happens to him. And I almost feel like out of everybody, guys, I don't. It's not about him having money or not, but I feel like anybody who's like, can you imagine being the son of like that person? I feel like he's the one. I think he's someone who could benefit from no longer being in that environment. Okay, but some people may have suggested that he has autism. I don't know how that would be possible. I don't know how people to tell, but let's find out what's going on with Barron and what happens to him. Okay, and like I said, I wish him all the very best. He has nothing to do with everything that's happening. Okay, and that's in the light of this that I'd like to ask. So please, cards and spirits, please tell us a little, give us more information about Barron, what's going on with him, where he is he okay? Okay, and how? I mean, I don't need to know. I don't want to be intrusive. You know what I mean? Like, oh, tell me, like, how does he feel about this? I just feel like, is he gonna, is it gonna be okay? What's gonna happen with him? Sort of like after this whole thing, and where is he now, and what's gonna happen to him? Okay. All right. So Barron, I'm gonna close. Okay. Tell me about Barron. You can also tell me about his mom if that's at all important, okay? Interesting. This is a card of isolation, guys. Like this is like upright is like going inward spiritually. Like this is isolation. Making plans. Wow, that's nice. Gets what he wants. Making plans to get what he wants. To fulfill his dreams, I guess. This is nice. But he's isolated. Or, guys, if you think about a situation of somebody like a young kid like his, it's almost like and I could almost relate to what I'm seeing here. And I've never really done a test on this, but I feel like I must have some form of Asperger's myself, so I can relate to that. This is a person who goes inward and looks at the world, like is happy to be isolated and looking inward. That's what I think. Okay, but he's happy that way. That's what it's indicating. Okay, so in a way, I get a sense just from these cards that this protects him. Okay, the fact that he's like completely introverted and lives in his own like mind or whatever. Okay, let's see. Because this is a great card, okay? This one, Nine of Cups, like that. Opportunity, okay. Happy. This is usually the mother. I think in this case, this could be the boss, but it's also a card of the mother. Happy opportunity for the mother. Opportunity to be happy through the mother or with the mother. That's what the cards are saying. Obviously, as you know, cards are never in isolation. It's about the context, since we know that he's a minor in the whole situation. I don't even know how old he is, guys, but that's okay. Gaining a lot of money, okay. A long way. Unexpected money. This is weird. Yeah, I don't know why. And this is, okay, this is also, we have to remember that this, and this, the reading, and I know I'm going to get this, a lot of, pretty much every reading everybody asks, is this card related to Russia? And I'm gonna talk to you guys. So in Lenormand, unlike tarot, the card image is not very relevant, okay? Lenormand, the meaning is not mutable. It's not tarot, for example, you could see, oh, I see this or I see that. In Lenormand, that's not the case. So this card is always either personal finances, power, boss, or mother, okay? Motherly figure, those kinds of things, matriarchy. So I often see it as personal finances, or like a symbol of money, or money, personal accounts, okay? It is also the mother, for some reason, right? It is. So related to mothers, okay? So that's how, it can't be anything else, okay? If this were a tarot card, which it is not, then you could be like, oh, I see this and I see that. And this is why I've said before, sometimes people are like, oh, have you seen this person, this YouTube channel, so and such and such? And I have a hard time sometimes with cards, with tarot especially, because it's so, I see the cards almost like numbers, okay, like very analytically, so it has to, if the person is telling a story that doesn't match, it's not. Okay, so I just to say that this is not related to Russia. It's related to the mother. Okay, now let's hear the last. It's interesting because, like I said, there's a lot of. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm just gonna. I'll lower this again, guys, to show, because I feel like this means Melania wants financial security for the son, which makes a lot of sense. Okay. Fortune, interesting. Shady past. Uh-oh, uh-oh. An ending, guys. Okay, good. I don't think it's gonna die. I mean, I really don't think it's gonna die, but I feel like, oh, this is very interesting, guys, actually. This kind of changed things. So I feel like before, I'm gonna remove this, okay? These three here, making plans for happiness a long way. They're plans put into place to ensure his financial stability, or that's what could be also what Melania could be doing. He's in isolation, opportunity to make money, to get money, okay? Now, I don't think obviously this is like him making plans. I feel like he's in a unique situation where he can inherit money, I think. And here's the fortuna, which would indicate this, okay? So he's isolated in a way, an opportunity to gain money. Now, here's the problem. This is a card of something happening in the past that's shady. And I think, guys, this is because it connects to, like I said, whatever money was tied up, it gets caught up in this whole investigation, I think. And a Morte upside down is a bad ending. Okay, so I think if we look at where the Morte is here, it's like the happiness and financial. Oh, this card is also a card of financial stability in some ways. Okay, it's a good card for me. So the happy, what the mother wants is like money for his future. The money is gone. She loses the money. The money doesn't come out. I think this is already planned, guys, because it looks like it was planned a long time ago. She really wanted it, but it just so ends up that something that whatever had been planned in the past, there were problems with it, and there's an ending. So look, an ending, that fortune, right? The fortune that he was supposed to get had some shady connection in the past, and this led to that fortune ending. Okay, so everything here, I think, says that it's almost like, oh, everything was fine until the whole thing blew up. And he's going to lose. Not him. It's not, the money he was supposed to inherit. He loses it. And Melania also loses it because this is she right here. Okay, so this is what we see. It makes perfect sense, guys. Okay, and this part is supposed to be now. Okay, so they're kind of going through this, not now, but you know what I mean. So what happens to him? I wanted, before I started reading, I thought to myself, I'm going to do a last column that describes like what is this fate after this. Okay, so what's showing here is that whatever's happening now is going to affect his financial future. Okay, because whatever, I don't know, financial arrangements, I don't know what, or whatever money was supposed to be put on the side, like the money's gone. Okay, And I remember, it was somebody like was like asking. It was like, I think it was one of the live readings, and like, wait, what happens? How come he? That's not fair that he loses money. It's like no. And the example I gave was like, what if your dad was a Bernie Madoff? Like the money is taken, the children don't have that. You know what I mean? If you were supposed to inherit, the money still has to be there when the. So I think whatever the fortune that was he was supposed to get, he doesn't. I don't think that's what it shows. Okay, so now let's look at what happens. What is his fate after this whole thing? Let's say, in the long term future. Let's say in 10 years. Like, where is he going to be? This is enough time for us to understand like what ends up happening. Okay, so I guess he'll be like early or mid-20s, like something like that. Where is his fate after this whole thing? After Trump is out of office, whichever way he's out of office, and everything else. Okay, so what happens to him in the long run? Let's see here. This is, it's funny. This reading is reminding me a lot of the reading I've done before. I'm going to put this on top. Will I put it? No, it's okay. It looks confusing sometimes. I feel like maybe this is a card of intellectual, like this. It's also a card of spy, but I think in many ways it's a card of like intellectual. Like, okay, it's like he's like the kid who's like, you don't know calculus? I know calculus. I've known calculus since I was 7.5. Okay, this is him. Okay, this is like that kind of kid. Like, I'm so much smarter than you are. Okay, like okay. Oh look. Oh, this is focus. So it could be that he has wrong focus. Could be that he has some ADD issues. I don't know. Oh, this is like theft. So some problem. Something is discovered about shady. Something shady. I mean, it's a child. Okay, I don't want to say anything bad. We don't know. This is just to look like where he's going to be in like 10 years, what's going to happen. Or it could be that he's still suffering the consequences of, the father, or whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Aggression, conflict. Yeah, this kind of goes together with this. This is consistent. Public, conflict, public. Could also be on a network. Happy, okay, some discovery. Conflict with the public when he's discovered or when something comes out related to maybe Trump's theft or whatever. Short illness, interesting. He can't escape. Main person, I think this is he, but let's see what else. Prison, sad. I hope he doesn't go to prison. Why would he go to prison? It could also be, guys, psychological. Okay, high honors, interesting. Oh, you know what? Maybe people. Okay, I think I get it. Let's see more here. Okay. Ego or attractive. Maybe he's attractive. Deal or wedding, marriage. Oh, again, guys, interesting. Yet again, the card that he doesn't get the money. There's the problem with him receiving money from. I feel like essentially, guys. Okay, here is like looking here. It's like could be intellectually precocious or also could be aggressive, have conflicts. And he is short illness means that there's nothing he can do about it. Okay, could be that I wonder if this could be. I don't know, guys. I don't want to make these. I'm not a doctor. I don't know if it's like he's mentally there's something, but I feel like it's like rebel aggression, those kinds of things, and like this is also superficial. I don't know what This could mean many things. This is lack of focus, public in the public eye, prison, and wedding or deal. Now, I feel like, guys, what could also mean is that something goes wrong when his family goes to prison, because no matter you say, guys, like once I'm sure. Okay, let's get real. I'm sure that he's okay. Let's say Don Jr. is going to go to prison. Jared's going to go to prison. The family's. It's going to be very traumatic for him. So it shows that I think essentially the experience of seeing his dad maybe go to prison or whatever, be found to be a criminal while in office is going to be kind of problematic for him. Okay, so interesting because it's like recognition. You have to be recognized. Yeah, I feel like maybe like here the issue could also like I don't want to necessarily say karma, but that's a little bit like what it looks like. Recovering from the crimes dealing with like discovering, or also it could also be success, but like could mean that he could be successful or that he could be famous, but he will not get the money. There's an issue here with money where he this very recurring in his reading, okay, that he doesn't like have money, or that the money that he's owed he doesn't get. There's something there, okay? So okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna find out more. Tell me about Barron. What's up with him? Yeah, it's showing that he's playing with his things. He's like has like scientist kits or something. Like he's like playing. He's like a nerd type. Okay, and I think I saw that before. He's very smart. He's like in his own world. He's like has very bad social skills. He doesn't like. He's like goes in social environments and doesn't say hello to people and stuff like me, whatever. What happens then? Does he get the? I don't understand. Like, what is this issue with money? Yeah, there's all the trusts, they're gone. They lose because of Trump's money problems, and I think they're like somehow related to like some like foreign accounts. I don't know exactly. The mother remarries, he loses. Yeah, I think he's gonna lose. What happens to the school? What happens to him going to school? What's the deal here? Yeah, I feel like there's almost like a, I don't want to say, I'm gonna just go say, guys, a kind of a curse. Okay, like he has to deal with all the mistakes that his dad made, because the kids, I think the men go to prison or like are found to be guilty. So it's a little bit like, imagine being Benny, was it Bernie Madoff's daughter, I'm sorry, son, but like 100 times worse. Can you imagine? Like you're going everywhere you go, people be like, oh, that's the son. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? That's a heavy burden to carry. And I was trying to look at the cards and think, okay, is he going to try to do something um, philanthropic, as a way to like give back or something? I don't necessarily see it yet. I think it's like his karma, whatever, the stuff he has to deal with when he grows up. And I don't know, because I was like, oh, maybe he gives away. No, I don't. I don't necessarily think that. I just feel like, yeah, it's gonna be like grappling. He's gonna be in the public eye. It's gonna be tough for him. It's gonna be like dealing with like the horrible. And he's like he hated. I don't think he was gonna feel bad like for his dad. He doesn't like his dad. There's not much of a relationship there. They have nothing in common. And his dad, doesn't make much of an effort. I feel like what happens. Yeah. So yeah, guys, and I'll be honest, like to the people who ask me, like, oh, people say, oh, Melania, she's such a great mom. Honestly, I feel like I see him really quite isolated. I think she takes him to school and stuff. She's a mom, but I don't think that she's a very like, how do you say it? I don't know. Guys, I just don't feel it. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't feel like she really is like she cares about her appearance. And not to say that like you can't be a mom and like really beautiful and get your plastic surgery and all that, but I just feel like her concern is her appearance and like her, you know what I mean? It's like, and I think he's much more like an, see, intellectual is not the right word. He's like, it's like I think he went inward, because I think both parents are narcissists. She's also a narcissist, by the way. So, but yeah, I feel like it's weird that, what's the deal with money? Will he be able to make money, recover money? I feel like he actually wants to, like, he wants me want to actually be poor, because he doesn't like what he feels like all my dad was so materialistic, so disgusting, the things he did for this country. He feels like money is a curse in a way, okay? Because like it created so much unhappiness for him. So that's what I see, guys. It's hard, it's like I don't feel like, I don't honestly, because people say, oh, it's going to be terrible. And I feel like, guys, there's kids who are like, like the kids who are imprisoned in like some immigrant facility, okay? Like that's, I feel bad for those kids. I don't think he's going to be that bad off, okay? Like he's going to be dealing with, again, these issues, but it's not like, I don't feel like he's going to, I feel like I've never done readings like for like kids like that, unless like I've done it like friends and their kids. I could tell like, oh, this person, they like this, or they would be good at this or something. But I feel like it's very hard to tell how their lives, what's going to happen, what's it going to do. I don't know. It's like there's so much to happen. But I feel like I almost get a sense of like, the issue with like rebellion a little bit, and like some aggression, dealing. It's almost like being this. when I try to think of an example, it's like being the child of a celebrity. You know how they like get into trouble and they like do drugs. I mean, I don't know, but it's kind of like I don't see like a lot of like terrible things. Like I mean, obviously it's terrible to have these burdens, but I don't think it's like that tragic or like something like that. I just feel like that's his his lot in life, I guess. So that's that. That was Barron Trump. Okay.